Dreams are a huge part of life, and we need to learn how to think about them, how to understand them, and how to reckon with them, how to pursue them or not. So when I'm asked, do you have to give up your dreams when you get married? I think it's a little bit of a trick question, but a great one that's worth trying to sort out. In the end, I think the answer is going to be absolutely not. But at the same time, well, of course you do, depending on how we mean it. Dreams, if nothing else, I think we can say this about them. It's always a desire that's very close to the heart. Right? By definition, a dream is something that, when we use the term dream in this way, what are my dreams in life? Or I want to know your dreams. It's something that's very close to my heart, something I want, something I haven't achieved. Otherwise, I wouldn't really call it or be speaking of it as a dream of mine now. And so that sets it apart from a lot of lesser important things. So in some way, my whole person is going to be very engaged in it. Consider how you say it's your friends, your closest friends. You want them to know your dreams. You want them to appreciate your dreams. Think how it undermines a relationship if you at any point were to say or feel, gosh, have you known me this long? You still don't understand that? That's a dream of mine. Parents need to know this about their children. We need to tread lightly. When a child says, you know, I really hope I can be, or I can do, or I can become, it's pretty obvious, they might use the word dream, it's pretty obvious that this is something that's going to be in this category of dream. We got to respond in a very special kind of way. This is where we really listen. The heart is speaking now, and how we respond to that says a lot to that child about how we consider them, whether we trust them, whether we think they're reasonable, whether we think their desires are worth our attention. So we need to learn to think in terms of the dreams of our children, our dreams, the dreams of our friends. But part of this reality is this: not all dreams are good. Let's go for the low-hanging fruit. You might have someone who, for very understandable reasons, has a dream to achieve revenge. Just full-on revenge. This is wrong. This is a dream that shouldn't be pursued. That hopefully that person is going to learn, though I'm feeling it very close to my heart, I need to learn to let this go. So we need to understand that the dreams are not, by that fact, by the fact of being dreams, they're not necessarily good. They're not necessarily to be pursued. Right? That would be silly. Further, there's the kind of the even more subtle point of there are genuinely legitimate dreams. Things aren't in any way bad, but that a key part of growing up, of maturing, is recognizing I'm not going to be able to do that. Or I might choose to set that aside in view of this. I think there's so much that could be said here about how we, particularly helping others, we need to always recognize if we're in the area of dreams, we got to tread lightly. We got to recognize the heart is engaged. We need to listen. We need to feel with the person. But at the same time, there's this key principle. If we're going to live in the truth, which is always what's best for all of us, we're going to have to help one another recognize that there might be some dreams that we have that we need to set aside. Some maybe we downright should set aside. Others, because of certain great choices we're going to make or certain dreams we're going to follow, it's going to mean that we can't follow that dream. So what's that mean about getting married? Do you have to give up your dreams when you get married? Well, certainly, or likely, some of them. Maybe I always wanted to be a superstar of some sort. Maybe I wanted to be a soldier who achieves a certain renown. Maybe that's possible with compatible with my getting married. But given circumstances, it might well not be. And maybe in choosing to get married, I must recognize I have to be prepared to give that up. There could be many instances of that. But I will say this, I have this confidence. Whatever particular dreams we might have to give up, and we might grow through giving up, the things that we do in our marriage will always have made that worthwhile. We won't have to give up anything that it wasn't worth giving up for the sake of that astounding reality called married life.